for the long journey ahead tomorrow. Wanting for some relaxation and sleep aid, you look towards the seemingly sleeping girl next to you. As you look at her, you notice her eyes are closed, but she is not yet sleeping. Can I trouble you for a story to fall asleep to? I know we have a long day ahead, and you tell the best tales. She opens one eye and glances towards you. A small smile creeps across her face. With a sigh, she agrees. All right, perhaps a story might just be what we both need. Get comfortable and warm. This one is called The Dragon and His Grandmother. It was originally written by the Brothers Grimm. There was once a great war, and the king had a great many soldiers, but he gave them so little pay that they could not live upon it. Then 3 of them decided to run away from the army. One of them said to the others, "If we are caught, we shall be hanged on the gallows. How shall we set about it?" The other said, "Do you see that large cornfield there? If we are to hide ourselves in that, no one could find us. The army cannot come into it, and tomorrow it is to march on." They crept into the corn, but the army did not march on, but remained encamped close around them. They sat for 2 days and 2 nights in the corn, and grew so hungry they nearly died. But if they were to venture out, it was certain death. They said at last, "What use was it, our deserting from the army? We must die here miserably." Whilst they were speaking, a fiery dragon came flying through the air. It hovered near them and asked why they were hidden there. They answered, "We are 3 soldiers and have deserted because our pay was so small. Now, if we remain here, we shall die of hunger, and if we move out, we shall be strung up on the gallows. If you will serve me for 7 years," said the dragon, "I will lead you through the midst of the army, so that no one shall catch you. We have no choice and must take your offer," said they. Then the dragon seized them in his claws and took them through the air horses and drive about in carriages. But after 7 years, you are mine. Then he put a book before them, which he made all 3 of them sign. I will then give you 3 riddles, he said. If you guess them, you shall be free and out of my power. The dragon then flew away, and they journeyed on with their little whip. They had as much money as they wanted, wore grand clothes, and made their way into the world. Wherever they went, they lived in merrymaking and splendor, drove about with horses and carriages, ate and drank, but did nothing wrong. Time passed quickly away, and when the 7 years were nearly ended, 2 of them grew terribly anxious and frightened, but the 3rd made light of it, saying, "Don't be afraid, brothers. I wasn't born yesterday. I will guess these riddles." They went into a field, sat down, and the other 2 pulled long faces. An old woman passed by and asked them why they were so sad. "Alas, what have you to do with it? You cannot help us." "Who knows?" she answered. Then they told her that they had become the servants of the dragon for 7 long years, and how he had given them money as plentiful as blackberries. But as they had signed their names, they were his, unless, when the 7 years had passed, they could guess a riddle. The old woman said, "If you would help yourselves, one of you must go into the wood, and there he will come upon a tumble-down building of rocks, which looks like a little house. He must go in, and there he will find help." The 2 melancholy ones thought, "That won't save us." They remained where they were, but the 3rd and merry one jumped up and went further into the wood until he found the rock hut. In the hut sat a very old woman, who was the dragon's grandmother. She asked him how he came and what his business was there. He told her all that had happened, and because she was pleased with him, she took compassion on him and said she would help him. She lifted up a large stone which lay over the cellar, saying, "Hide yourself there. You can hear all that is spoken in this room. Only sit still and don't stir. When the dragon comes, I will ask him what the riddle is, for he tells me everything. Listen carefully to what he answers." At midnight, the dragon flew in and asked for his supper. His grandmother laid the table and brought out food and drink until he was satisfied, and they ate and drank together. Then, in the course of conversation, she asked him what he had done in the day and how many souls he had conquered. "I haven't had much luck today," he said, "but I have a tight hold on these 3 soldiers." "Indeed, 3 soldiers," said she, "who cannot escape you. They are What sort of riddles are they? She asked. The first is like this, said the dragon. What goes on 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at noon, and on the 3 legs in the evening? The old lady looked quite baffled and said, Tell me, my fiery grandchild, what does go on 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at noon, and on 3 legs in the evening? Why, laughed the dragon, a person does. He crawls on all 4s as a baby, walks on 2 legs as an adult, and walks with 2 legs and a stick in old age. The old lady exclaimed, No one else has riddles as cunning as yours. They are unlikely to guess the answer to that one for sure. But if they do, what is your second riddle? The dragon replied that his second riddle was just as devious and even prettier, for it was in the form of a rhyme that went like this. Though of great age, I'm kept in a cage, having a long tail and 1 ear. My mouth, it is round, and when joys do abound, oh, then I sing wonderfully clear. What am I? Can't you guess the answer? Why, I am a bell, of course. Dong, said the dragon. The old lady shook her head in wonderment at her grandson's ingenuity. Oh, you are quite the most cunning dragon who ever lived and breathed fire, she exclaimed. What do you have for your final and most difficult riddle? Oh, just some simple arithmetic, said the dragon. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack had 7 cats. Every cat had 7 kids. Kids, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? As the old lady could not answer, he said, Only one was going to St. Ives. All the others were going the other way. Ha! The souls of the 3 soldiers are mine for sure. The dragon ate his supper of hot coals and soup made from boiling oil and went to bed. When the dragon was soundly asleep, his old grandmother pulled up the stone and let out the soldier. Did you pay attention to everything? Yes, he replied. I know enough, and I can help myself splendidly. Then he went out by another way, through the soldier, the dragon made a face and growled 3 times, hum, 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 and said to the third, "As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks, and every sack had 7 cats. Every cat had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives?" "Only one," replied the third soldier. Then the dragon flew away with a loud shriek and had no more power over them. The 3 soldiers took the little whip, whipped as much money as they wanted, and lived happily to the end of their lives. The Catgirl finishes her tale. She glances over to you. "Ah, I see. You didn't quite make it to the end. Well, I know you have a big day tomorrow. Make sure you get some good rest, and I hope you have wonderful, amazing dreams. Good night now." If you like this video, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe.